No, I can't get one.
What's the floor?
3.2.
You're gonna buy one?
It was very close today at 2.5, but
losing control. I get high when I'm feeling my flow. I'm not as focused and I'm ready to go, ready to go. Nah, it's like falling from grace. I know I'm blessed cause I found my way. I'm feeling fire and I'm ready to slay, ready to slay. Nah, losing control. Losing control. Nah. Losing control. When I'm feeling my flow. 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 Losing control, nah. Losing control, when I'm feeling my flow. Losing control, when I'm feeling my flow. Losing control, when I'm feeling my flow. Losing control, when I'm feeling my flow.
What is going on, everyone? Happy Monday night and or possibly Tuesday morning. We are on week 7 of Zero to Hero Season 2. The Artful Diddy is joined tonight, as I always have been this season, by my two co-hosts, Brendino and D'Artagnan. How you guys doing?
doing good over here, MJ. As always, doing great.
Nice. Love it. Love to hear it. So we last week with our beautiful horse, the Artful Diddy, We were racing in 2000. Now I didn't get in too many races, unfortunately, because we talked about really focusing on the $2.50 dollar amount for this horse because this was still somewhat unproven. So I didn't see too many of those races and kind of struggled getting into those a bit. So I think I only got like 6 or 7 races in. But still something to kind of go off of, and I think it's enough for us to kind of drive a decision going forward. So let's take a look. Last week we were at 2000, or I was able to hit both of those distances. Thankfully, we will get to our goals in a little bit. But let's check our overview. So we definitely lost some performance this past week. So we've had a handful of tenths, some 6, 8s, 12. The only time we placed was 1/3. So it was definitely a little tougher. And if you look at kind of the heat chart for this horse, let's see if it's gonna reload on me here. You can see that at 16, 1800, it's really peaked in class 4, and then it kind of trails off the further we get away from that midpoint. And I think that's kind of tying in with what we're seeing performance wise. So we're hitting about 24% in the money, which is still pretty good. That is a 11% win rate and 31% 9 through 12, average position of 6.3. Looking at this side by side from our 1800, though, performance noticeably lower. So kind of after the few races this week, we've got 3-4 weeks left. What are you guys thinking we should do with this horse? We've raced, looking at the strategy, we've raced all over now. We've done some sprints, some mids, some marathons. We're definitely all over the place with our distances. D'Artagnan, any thoughts on what we should do this week?
Yeah. First, I think we have some reverb going on. I can hear at least some background stuff. I don't know if it's just me.
Okay, chat, let us know.
Or anybody else. But definitely, I think what we should be focusing on was correct on Brentino's side, which is 1800 meter. I think the 18 it's where it's at, so that's where we should be focusing with this horse. I think it's still very profitable in 18, and that's where I think it's gonna go. I think we tested every other distance just to double check, and I think it will be a decent U horse at 18.
Nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
boys.
Dino, anything to add to that?
Yeah, I just hope chat heard that D'Artagnan has finally given up trying to disprove me in life, and I took a dub as usual. Probably 2 streams in a row, just saying, "Yo, hit the 18. Yeah, hit the 18." D'Artagnan's like, "No, no, 1800 L shape. Still think it's coming in hot." But yeah, definitely gonna be 18.
And are we, in terms of, buy-ins, are we looking 250, 215, 5? I think we did some $5 with some success at 1800. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think you're profitable at 2. I even think you're profitable at 5. I don't know how it's going to go going up to 10s.
Do we risk a 10? Or do we wait? Do we try and build it up? What do you think the strategy play is?
3 weeks?
Yeah.
3 weeks, right? So I think this week we just hone in that 18 again and just kind of see our rolls. See like if we're placing over some really decent 1800 meter runners in class 4, because there is a decent amount of them. I have an 1800 meter specialist in class 4 is profitable. I'd like to match it up against Azrael and see how the Artful Diddy does. But yeah, I think like definitely 1800 meter 2 and 5s this week. And if we see that success and build up that curve a little more, I'd be comfortable doing a whole 5s week and then maybe ending it with a whole 10s week. And see like, can we still win in the 10s? Because the theory would be like, okay, you can run 5s and 10s, but stay more consistently towards one of them and try to grab those bigger dubs, or you just run straight always 5s or always 10s. Like what's its ceiling? That's what I would do.
Brendino, any thoughts?
Yeah, I think for me, I would prefer hitting probably 5s first. So We're down probably closer in class 4 right now, so we can hit some fives, see how he performs. And if he starts winning and starts going up to class 3, you can still check fives in class 3, but the competition is going to get harder. And if it can't handle that, then we can pop down to $2 in class 3, see if he's still profitable down there. And that's kind of the make or break point for a lot of horses is that class 3.
Yeah, absolutely is. And you know, your both your mindset, you know, your alignment on that, I think is really cool because we're working on. We know we can do well here. We've taken some weeks doing some exploration. Now let's circle back. Let's kind of recover our bases. Let's rebuild up some of these stats, some of these numbers, some of this performance, and then once we have that base kind of reestablished, or we're more in line with where we think this horse should be performing, then let's try and crank it up some more. So I love that strategy. I think from a kind of buy-in and performance standpoint is great. It makes a lot of sense. So super excited to go back to hitting 1800 this week with this horse. I think this is the first time all three of us across the board in all aspects of how to race this horse are in alignment and agreeing with each other. Not that there's anything wrong with disagreeing, and I don't think any of us was, you know, specifically wrong per se. It was just, you know, there were too many unknown variables, so we each had different strategies, which are all valid. But now, you know, we've come to alignment, and the other thing I want to point out too is we're on week 7. You know, this isn't something that's done and dusted in, you know, 2 weeks, 5 days. It takes time. Not all horses, but some. It takes a good amount of time to really kind of figure that out. Either of you have any closing thoughts before we try and pop into some horse evals?
Yeah, I mean, like, I think it's really important to understand and recognize that, you know, this pony took 7 weeks testing all different distances, 50 plus races to know exactly how to profit with this. But I think this horse can profit for the next 1,000, 2,000 races. I think as ELO goes on, this horse will have a pretty decent ELO rating as well. It will still be profitable. It will kind of maintain itself. And so I think that that's really important to understand coming to the ecosystem of Zedrun is, you know, like, we got lucky. We actually bred a horse that can make money. You know, if you look at the stats that you're getting from BG and Dan Shan about breeding horses that are winners, that can win money, we're like a 2% chance, and we did it somehow on the stream, and it's pretty cool. I think it shows a lot for the ecosystem of Zed, and also speaks a lot to, like, you know, how much depth you have to put into a horse just to fully understand it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and I'll add a little bit on top of that. No, I'm just excited to finally get this horse up to class 3, hopefully, because, like, for me, like, it's really nice to see a horse conforming in class 5 and class 4, but as soon as you get a horse into class 3, the big boys are there, bro. The big boys are out. Until this ELO comes out, like, everyone's sitting in that class 3 when trying to take those big prize pools. So it's always nice to see how the horse performs. And if it's flaming up in class 3 a little bit, then this also has breeding potential as well, this horse. So just based on kind of a base ability aspect. So I'm excited to see what it's going to do for the next couple of weeks. Been 7 weeks of figuring it out, but let's nail it down now.
I agree. Let's knock this out of the park. Lupo in chat says, "What's your initial thoughts on how ELO will play out?"
I'll let y'all go first because I have my ideas, but I'm gonna let y'all go first.
I can take it, Brentino, unless you got something.
Yeah, you got it, Andre. Go ahead.
Okay, so first of all, I guess they officially announced that it's going to be, I think they called it like a dynamic class system. So it's not ELO, officially. So how it's going to work is that first, second, and third will get different points, and then 7 through 12 will get the same amount of negative points, but that will be based on the competition you're racing against. So it doesn't matter if you're last or if you're 7th. So the first thing I want to do is just kind of like define this new class system, because there seems to be some confusion around it. And then with that, there's 6 classes now. So you have your Griffin, and then you have 9 races of Discovery, if you're a completely unraced horse. And then you are assigned points after those initial 9 races. Those initial 9 races are free, and you are then assigned a number. And I think the way it's structured is that the middle or the average will be about 1,500, and then depending on how you perform, you'll go up and down from there, and they'll have different class breakdowns based off of those numbers. So in a way, I feel it's a redress of the current class system. With the only thing being is that you could potentially lose more or less points, or the equivalent of more or less points than you're losing right now. That's to be determined what that's going to look like. And there are a lot of this was brought up on Twitter, and something that I agree with. There are a lot of smart stable owners out there. They're going to try and find ways to manipulate the system, just like we're doing now. So it'll be interesting. I don't think this is really a fix. I think this is we're gutting the house, we're repainting the walls, and we're adding in some new furniture, but it's going to be mostly the same for now. But hopefully this will allow more dynamic changes in the future. The part that, I'll be honest, upsets me is that we were told ELO for forever, and to not have that be delivered on, and at the last minute, days or weeks before this changes, they all of a sudden say, hey, it's not actually ELO. So I guess I'm a little upset about the communication from that standpoint. But we'll see how it plays out. Brandino?
Yeah, I mean, I see a good one in there in the chat that says, seems like the synthetic U's might struggle, and I think I'm agreeing with that. With the points, just like not having them be able to cut down class, but going against monsters in the higher classes. So I think it's definitely going to affect some of the racing. I think it's going to affect a lot of the profitability of a lot of horses. And that can turn people away from the game, where I could actually bring more people into the game. So it could have a good effect, and it can also have a bad effect. But to be honest, like, I haven't been worrying too much about it. I just want to, when it comes out, I want to see how it goes and see if maybe it is just an amazing change, and we're just all hype, like making our own opinions on it and stuff like that. And maybe it's just gonna be a great change. So like, I'm not very biased on it. I'm not taking too much into account with the new system. Just kind of trying to believe in Zed, and hopefully they can find a good fix.
Yeah, absolutely. D'Artagnan, you ready?
Yeah. I have it two ways. I think that the communication over ELO, and then it's shifting over from ELO to this new class-based smart system. I actually think the class-based smart system is probably a better setup for Zedrun when it comes to if I take a first through third and I'm racing against Princes of Power, and I get a second, and let's just say that Imaginators in that race or Valkyries in that race, and I placed over them, I think I should get a lot more points, or those should be heavily weighted more than if I placed 7 through 12 and I was going against Princess and all those people. I should be like, okay, well, these other horses were amazing and I didn't even get in the top 5, so probably I should get more negative points or brought down more. So I think that a smart racing class system is probably a better approach than ELO, because I think ELO could have still been kind of manipulated. So I'm really excited to see what happens.
I might disagree with you there. Oh no, never mind. I take my comment back. I misread it previously. I repulled it up, and so first, wait. Oh, maybe not. Okay, hold on. Little technicality here. I'm gonna pull it up. Because this is really important. Something in the wording I thought was interesting. So can decrease based on their finishing position in races relative to the strength of the competition. As a result, horses move up and down in class. Race horses that finish in the top three will gain points, with more points being for first, second, and third. Race horses 7 through 12th will lose all points at the same level based on the strength of opposition. So why the way this is written makes me think that I'm grossly oversimplifying this, but first will get 3 points, second will get 2, third will get 1 always. And 7 through 12 will be based off of competition. Like, why wouldn't they say first through third is based off of strength of opposition as well?
I was assuming that it was based on strength of opposition as well. I was assuming that if the contrapositive is true, then it also applies. But maybe I'm not correct.
You could be right. I could be wrong.
That means synthetic U's are going to be insane. Or not synthetic U's, I guess, like synthetic U. Like, I can race the 2,600 meters jet glue all day in class 5 or what the lowest race class is, win all the way up to class 3 again, and then D-rank it 7 through 12 in a 1,000 meter where I know that there's going to be good competition. I just have to go find a good 1,000 meter runner, like in a $2, and I can just go back down just before, free races were out.
Yeah. I mean, you could still be correct. I just think the way it was worded was very, very odd. And that's something I guess I'd want class or clarified.
Yeah, if I race monsters in down classing my donkey, he goes up in ranking, is what Clown Assassin said. That would be something that I don't know, perhaps.
Yeah,
like that's another interesting point as well. Yeah, it's just, it's very interesting. We shall see. We've got a horse in chat. Chicky Boom for Red Snap. Let's go ahead and fire that up and see what happens. It looks like we had another comment in chat.
I'm gonna do a Sean real fast, but I'll let you boys cover the first horse. I'll be back probably for the second.
Yep. What would you think about bloodline leagues that had a class system within them? In my opinion, it doesn't make sense to have a Z3 knock versus Z40 Buterin, but that's just me.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible to do. Like, it's a great idea. I just don't know if.
Oh, sorry, Brandino, just cut you. You were in the Matrix.
No, that'd be a complete revamp of the whole system of racing, and it'd be interesting. I just don't think they would do that. So I think it's a possibility.
I love the idea too, but yeah, I think that would be very difficult to implement and maintain over time. But yeah, you never know. We shall see. All right, let's check out Chicky Boom. Love the name. Red Snap says, anyone in chat racing at the moment, have my 1800U in a 242 class 3 1800. All right, so Chicky Boom. So this is all races, class 1 through 5. Okay, and we're on the old version, but I'm gonna just kind of looking at this. I'm starting here at this 2400. You've raced here the most. You've got a bunch of red out in front of the white. Let's pop up. Let's check average class 4.3, 62% fire, 18% win rate, 37% first through third, average fee. You're profitable. I like 2400 the best. I mean, this feels kind of clear to me. Any additional thoughts, Brandino?
Yep. Natural U, I think. In the 24, it's able to win as well as lose, so it definitely has some good variance to it. And it's flaming, of course, in the longer distances, so the marathon distances. You haven't tested yet the shorter distances, so you can have left-leaning U's and you can have right-leaning U's, like one side of the spectrum where you do really well and win with the U kind of leading that way towards more W's. And then you can maybe do the 1,000 and you might have a completely other leaning where you just lose the whole of the time. So I would test some of that 1,000 to see if you come down. And specifically because you don't maintain the flame in class 4 the whole time in that 2400. So you lose flame, which means that the competition in class 4, some of those can beat you out. So you might want to find some ways that you can keep yourself down in the lower classes and go there. But you also just have a natural U in the 24, so you can hit that as much as possible. I'm just saying exploration for your entire U on the short side would definitely help you out as well.
Love that. Yeah, this feels pretty straightforward. You've got paid here and performance at 24. Exploration could definitely be fun, but yeah, it feels very, very straightforward.
Is this the horse that was won on the Community Cup?
I'm not sure. Red Snap, how did you... Was that Red Snap's horse? Where... Yeah, Red Snap, how did you come to acquire Chick Chicky Boom?
Oh,
Bred the horse.
He bred
Nice.
it. Very
Congrats.
Cool.
Another kind of comment from Clown Assassin about the whole elo system while we wait. Again, if you have a horse you would like reviewed, go ahead and throw it in chat. Otherwise, no big deal. Hey, Lucky, how you doing? So Clown Assassin says, I don't know why class isn't distance-based. Seems obvious. Owners describe their horses as sprinters, etc. I kind of agree with that and see that in a way. And I think having it not distance-based will allow yous to compete still. I feel like that would be a big thing potentially affecting them by breaking it out by distance or funnel. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I think if you broke the mid distance specifically down, I have a couple horses that are left leaners in the 1800 meters. They actually win more than they lose. So they kind of would go up in mid distance, but the U's are almost all contained 18, 2000 and 1600 meters. So if you have a mid distance specific class, like race class for mid distance, I think that it's gonna be dominated by U horses. Because you just can't. I guess there's no difference now, but some left leaners in 2000 go in there, like Bruce and Chocolate, etc. But I think for the other two, long and short distance, I think it would work just famously for classes based on your distance preference.
Do you know any thoughts?
Nothing too big. I kind of pretty much agree with Dart on the exact same way that he's talking about it. So not too much for me on that.
And since we have no more horses in here, I just want to pull up the Artful Diddy and kind of showcase what we're seeing with that performance. So, I mean, look at, here's class 4 paid 1800, 1, 2, 3, 4, like 5 races behind. Most of them are close to or ahead. We've got consistent flames between 5 and 4, 100 down to 86. Gate selection. This might be the first time ever that I've had gate selection all over the place. I don't think I've ever seen it that random. And then, placements. So we can see, cutting off at kind of looking at the first 6 positions here, a lot of firsts, a lot of fourth, some fifth, some second, some sixth. But, this is kind of lopsided because there is no 12th over here. We have not finished last. I think I just jinxed the horse at 1800 with this horse yet.
Yeah, I think that even shows that if it's not finishing first, it's finishing mid, which is a classic L shape. It's going to keep going up in class. So that's where I thought if we keep racing 18, that it's you would go out of class. But if you hit those 16s, you see we get like the D ranks in the 16.
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps we D rank in 16, go up in class in 18.
Let's check that. So still getting flames at 16, which is pretty nice. Crazy outlier race. And this is something that I have actually personally had a lot of people come to me in like the past 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks. They say, hey, I have one of the fastest horses in the game. This thing's going to be a monster at this distance. And it's like, well, hold on. Let's understand. Is that an average fast, or is that there's an outlier all the way out here fast? from one single race. And then sure enough, they get another 10, 15 races in, and that speed drops tremendously. Usually, not always. So that's something to be aware of when you're looking at your horses, and something to figure out. But yeah, look at this 1600 flat 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Still no 12. Horse refuses to lose in the mid distance, but I'm liking those two 11s.
So I dropped a horse since we're pretty light on the horse evals. I dropped a horse we just bred called Imagine Finishing. And I want to know your opinion on it, MJ.
All right. How many races does it have?
0. We have to pull it up in hockey, probably.
Okay, we can do that.
So I want to look at how it was bred. Because I'm
Okay.
pretty excited for this horse. I waited a long time to breed it. So you'll see why, who I bred with.
Yeah, don't spoil it for us. Imagine Finishing, you said?
Yep.
One word or
Imagine
two?
Finishing. 2 words. I dropped the horse ID as well if you want.
Yeah, what's let me pull up chat quick.
200,171.
Jeez, that's crazy.
200,171. That's the horse ID number.
200,
200,000,
170.
I didn't
Wow.
even know.
Unnamed
Yeah, we
foal.
broke
Z9. Finny Legendary. Okay, I like the start here. I like the start. Bittersweet Shimmer. What a fun name.
Oh, do you know what other horse we have that's Bittersweet Shimmer? That's our best breeding horse.
What horse? 90s kid?
Archangel.
Nice.
Archangel is a Bittersweet Shimmer, so I'm gonna make a super coat baby, obviously, with this.
Oh, I like it. So okay, Finishing School, who you guys know and love, and Imaginator Z6 Finny. Wow, tons of races. Let's check out. I mean, so we have no races to go off here, but let's check out Finishing School and let's check out Imaginator. From the
I'm
Metaverse Fuck Barn, clever spelling there. So let's
thank
look
you,
at
thank
Finishing
you.
School's offspring here. So we've got 34 to 36 at 8%. Okay, Pink Moscato, not bad. You've got 90s Kid at 8.5%. Slime Time Live at 6. That name I can't pronounce at 5.3, 5.5, 10.8, 2%, and 0, but very few races. So not bad. And then if we check out Imaginator,
with
wow.
Finishing School.
Yeah.
With Finishing School, so 90s Kid, Gar, and Slime Time Live can all breed pretty well, and Pink Moscato bred a really good horse. That's a $2 $5 horse as well. So I don't see those horses with good variants, so they don't really win a lot. Slime Time Live actually has a lot of seconds and thirds. It just can't get first in 1,000, but it's like high base, basically distance prep. It just doesn't have that variance that gets it up there to get the firsts. But all those horses have been pumping out, and Gar the Sand has pumped out some good horses. So like they breed well. But yeah, so they can breed, and they've proven they can breed. And I think 90s is our best breeder of Finishing School. And then
Nice.
Obviously Imaginator, we'll introduce this horse.
Yeah. So let's check out Imaginator from Sunny Days. It's Bleu de France. Z6 Finny Genesis Stallion. 808 class points. Holy crap. On sale for just under 12 ETH. So look at this. Look at these finishes just taper off, and look at this fire just build up. And by class too. So like can perform pretty decently in class 1, even 70%. So it looks like a very, very strong horse. Let's check out the family. Wow, tons of breeds. 14%, 5%, 13%, 5%, 10.5, 3, 8.3, 8.4, 3, 6, 7, 14.4, 11, 15.5, 10, 4.7, 10, 15, 7.5, 4.7, 6.2, 26.5. Only 6 paid races. And then 5.4. So this looks like it has definitely has something to it. What were you guys seeing in this breed? What made you choose this?
So that's the best Z6 on the platform. By base
Interesting.
ability, and also breeding. So it's
Okay.
the best. It's the best. Like Z6 Finny on the platform. I think it has the best base ability. Its Imaginator is probably in the top 20 for long distance, like overall.
Mm-hmm.
And most of that is not because of a variance roll, it's because of its base. And so because of that, I decided to breed with it. Talked to Sunny Days, and they ended up letting us get after it. Look at the financials. See how much money this horse has made. 800 races, 600 paid.
Wow, one
I
ETH
think he
lifetime profit.
Yeah, it's made an ETH, only competing in Class 1 basically. So
Absolutely
competing in
crazy.
Class 1 with 1 ETH profit, I mean, like, that's ridiculous. This horse would absolutely just crush Class 5 and 4 and 3. And so yeah, average buy-ins is $10. I think it's the best C6 on the market. And I think it's a top 3 Finny breeder. So that's why I went with it.
I like it. I like it. I mean, it has a $100 race in here, a $500 race. Like that's pretty crazy. $25 race. Like there's some big numbers in there, and even with I don't think either of those were profitable for the horse, but it's still. I mean, its ROI is huge.
Exactly. And I can only imagine, as well, as a Class 1 racer, pretty decent. And I can only imagine, I think it's like a 2.5 ETH horse,
Mm-hmm.
Z16 that it bred, and has pretty good flame rate, even in the Class 1. So I was like, man, if you match, and I looked at all the breeds, and I don't think it's bred with a super strong breeder, like a pretty decent, like, Finishing School has really good base, and this horse is really good base, and Finishing School hasn't lucked out with a good variance yet from a horse. But
Mm-hmm.
like, if I got a good variance roll and the bases come together, like, I think I could Class 1 racer just out of it.
Nice. This is really exciting. Let me know when you run this. I want to definitely watch these races and check it out.
Oh, the Moscato Cup Grand Finals, we're gonna have a Griffey. So
Oh, all right. That's exciting.
yeah, Griffey in the
Um,
Moscato Cup. That's what I'm saving it for. Temple Racing knows. He knows.
Crazy Cat just bred a Z268 slate gray supercoat.
It's legendary.
Um, can you look at
I think Crazy
Call
Cat's a little
Me
bit bored,
Mate?
though. If she's
What's
all the
up?
way down there. I think Crazy Cat's a little bit bored down there, though. She's breeding 268s out.
Just going for Supercoat 268s, bro. What would be really interesting is, I heard when you breed like a really high Z number with a low, with like a Z like 5, let's just say you take like a Z 260 and you breed it with a Z8 that has decent base. I heard that you could possibly get after those like high variance rolls.
Interesting.
With the horse. I mean, probably not like, it's probably like 1 out of 10 like usual, but if you get like a 1 out of 10 variance roll, man, from a 268, like,
That would be
that's
hilarious. Can you imagine
that's
going
so
in a
funny.
race,
If you
268, like,
got
oh
money
yeah, I
to
got this,
blow,
no big deal. Just getting smoked.
if you got money to blow, just start breeding like 268s, man, and like get that one horse that you can just like, you could be like, yeah, this is the best 268 to ever exist.
Yo, I wonder if there's like a knock 268 yet. Like, if anyone has made it all the way down the bloodline, just knocks.
No, there
Oh
is
my
one.
gosh.
That's so much money though. It's so much money. There's a knock 268.
That's insane money. All right, so we've got Call Me Mate up. Hit heavily at 1600. 144 out of 156 races. Hit at 1600. Average class of 4.26. 20% fire. Mostly freeze. But slight profit there. 27% first through third. And yeah, it's looking like, just looking at this chart, looks like it's flaming pretty hard. Any thoughts on this one, guys?
I think this horse is gonna scrape money. Like, you're gonna run it and you're gonna barely profit. It's like that break even horse. You're literally one buy-in from breaking even with 0.008 profit. So I think this is a break even horse, to be frank. I don't really see it being very profitable.
Yeah. I'll add something. So I see the 1600 flames, but I also see, so this horse hasn't been tested everywhere yet. And just like I was saying before with U horses, um, they can have their places that are really strong for use, and they can be have places that are very weak. And 1600, you can oftentimes flame if you're just better than the horses. But I'm also seeing flames sometimes in the 24 and 26. So maybe test out the 24. Like the placements in the 24 haven't been too awful, and just see where it's at. Like it's just you need to have some discovery with this horse still. So maybe you can do something in the 24. Um, and then you got to go to paid after you find out that if you want to see if you can make money with this horse. But I don't know how profitable it will be, but that's definitely a fun horse to race. You know.
Yeah, I would agree with Brandina. Possibly test out the 24 as well. There's a little bit of flames out there. This could be a 16, and then it leans out to the right with distance preference. But yeah, I mean, with the U horse, they're really I wouldn't say random, but they definitely have one or the other side. You usually don't get U horses that prefer short and long. You get them either like a mid heavy, or you get them kind of leading towards the short or the long.
Like it. I like it. Let's check out Reborn Glory now. Load that up. I love seeing just all the little triangles, like just that really super bright red. Gets me excited anytime I load up the site. All right. My computer is struggling right now.
Yeah, I know a good
Big
graphics
time.
card seller. You know,
I might have to reach out. Might have to reach out. Definitely needed. And a new CPU. All right, so Reborn Glory. Average class just above 4. Looks like we've got some 18, 16, and 14 is where it's really been raced. It is racing in paid races, and it has some profitability at 16. Who wants to take this one lead it off?
it's all Bren.
Yeah. For me, this horse is very confusing still. It's just a little bit, but I think you should do some exploration in the maybe the 18. Just kind of basing it off MJ's MJ informatics. Since it says the profile is left leaning in the 1800s, so maybe you can pull some more probability out of there. Despite you've been doing it in the 16 a lot, that's probably a place that I want to see. Maybe you could have something like the Artful Diddy where it's kind of like a L shape a little bit, but this horse still has a lot of exploration, in my opinion, to go before you can actually figure out where it is. So it's kind of a confusing horse at this point, but you're seeing where the flames are. They're all in the middle distance. I like the 18. That's just my preference right now.
I'd piggyback off of that and say I like that. You're getting very similar numbers between 18 and 16 with, a third of the races more or less, in a slightly more difficult class and slightly better position. So I would explore the 18 a little more, get that up a little further. D'Artagnan, any thoughts?
Sorry, I just read Reed's comment. But I think the 18 as well needs to get explored. It'd be very interesting to see. I think you pretty much know in the 16 that this horse can perform decently. And I got a yacht attack on me. Oh my
I think
gosh.
we're all kind of tired tonight.
Oh man, I don't know what it's is Mercury and Gatorade or what? I don't know.
It's got to be lemon lime, baby.
But like, yeah, I think that testing out and doing some discovery at the 1800 meter would be great with this horse. So I would go there as well. Also, it just looks like it tends to run a little faster in the 18 with a little less of the D ranks, placing more mid and to the left. So I would like to see if hey, can this horse run the $5 or can you bump up the buy-ins with this? You don't know without more races. And then I think you pretty much know that the 1600 meter, you can kind of walk away with just profiting like 1 in 6 races or 1 in 5 races.
I like it. I like it. We've got a new person in chat, Menacing Mouse. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate that. New here. Hello. Can you look at Francescott for me? She did really good in freeze, going to attorney placement, but hasn't done much in paids. I don't know what to do with her. Absolutely. Let's take a look. I'm spelling it wrong. There we go. Only one S, not two. All right, let's go ahead and wait for that to load up. In the meantime, I got the Artful in an 1800 race. $5. Let's see what happens.
Ooh, is it live?
Not live yet. We're 3 out of 12.
Oh,
By the way,
Should we try and stealth it or get chat in here?
Yo, let's get chat in there. We don't have to
Chat, let's
stealth
do it.
unless they gotta dominate 1800 meter horse and stay away, chat.
Yeah, don't kill us, chat.
I will see if you flame over Azrael though.
Let's do it. All right, so
where are you in the 18s? You said
class 4. It's the Dalian Spring Classic.
all right, I'm putting Azrael in that one. If you flame over Azrael, then you're a beast.
Let's go. All right, so we got Francescott up. Looking like, okay, so it's raced wide, which is awesome, but not super deep outside of 1400 and a little bit in 12. So, when using this, again, I say this every week, but race experience is the most important column to look at. Got some fire at a few different distances. Average fee, okay, so win percent first through third, but only 5 races. Not horrible. 5 races there, then 30, 37. So, another kind of thing that we look at, it looks like right now, let's see, what class is this horse currently running? That is a good question. Looks like mid to little bit of a marathon. Looks like it could be good for this horse. We've got 60% win at 18 with 40% flames. But those are free races. So if you're racing free and you're getting like 45+% first through third over, maybe 10 races, maybe try out a paid or two and see what happens. It looks like Francescott is in class 4 currently, which is good. But I'm not seeing it looking like, if we look here at the fire percent, it being super strong in class 4. Maybe at 2000, if we look at 2000 here, 2 races, and yeah, you got flames, but didn't get performance out of it. So I'm thinking this may be racing out of class right now. I would, if you want to try paids, try and get this down to class 5. And then I think you're going to start to see some of these numbers that are, kind of close, being more favorable. In freeze, these might jump up to 40-ish%. You might want to try, a $2 entry, and see where you can go with that. There, it looks like at 16, you are profitable. So also may want to consider expanding that out a little bit. An average class of 3.88 at 8 races, so not too bad. D'Artagnan, any thoughts on this horse?
Yeah, I think this might be a U horse, man. Like, I'm looking at like the 3 wins in the 18, and then like you have all D ranks after that. That's a pretty indicative like kind of U. The flames in the 2000. For U horses, I know, and when you go up to class 3, there's no flames, but like, just because the 2000 flames, you could just be like a really decent, just like base, some pref towards long distance. But I would definitely say like I like the 18 with this horse. 3 dubs, 2 L's. That's pretty hot boy shit right there. So I would definitely look at doing more of the 18s, and you can see with the 16 you're already profitable. So that kind of tends to show me like, hey, this is a U horse, can profit in doing its U, but like where is it most profitable? I guess like we'd be searching for where's the most profitable and where does it prefer. And I think that maybe the 18 might be it. What do you think, Brandon, MJ?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Reed just like, oh, this is cracking me up. No, 18 for me. 60% win rate, 5 dubs out of the, I think, 8 races, 9 races that you have. That gets me hype. But it is in freeze. Also has some promise in like the 14 just based on placements, but I don't think it's its actual distance. I do think the 18 is the best for it. I just like whenever I see anything do okay in the 14, I'm like, how do you have this horse like that can do good in the 14? But 18 for me is I think the spot to hit, and 16 might bring him down as well. So if it is out of class, which I do believe it is, you might be able to use that 16 to bring him down.
I like it. I like it. Lucky says just wants opinion if racing the right spot. Says it's a monster horse born to rebel. Or born to rebel. In Snapple Man, yes, Bangtown is the best horse in the game. You are correct. If you're still here. Sorry, I missed your comment earlier.
Bangtown. I looked that horse up. I don't know what you're seeing in it, but is it the Z21 exclusive? Because it's questionable.
All right, Born to Rebel, 18, 12, 16, 14. High average fees, profitable. I mean, this is your high. Yeah, so these are all pretty much the same. This is your highest win rate at your highest buy-in. Over 35 races. You're getting similar performance at 1,000 at a similar buy-in. I think 14 is perfectly fine for this horse. Any thoughts on this quick little check here?
I agree. 14.
Yeah. I mean, I looking at 18. They have some pretty fast times out there, but I mean, by the numbers, I like 14. As well. I also think there's not a lot of competition in 14 compared to 18. But so perhaps like that could be why. The 18's well raced at 55, so it's like, yeah, perhaps it's just tougher competition, the 18 versus the 14. But I think the 18 has really fast times as well.
We lost Brandino to the Matrix. I like that. I agree with that, opinion. Thank you, Pony Plug. Woo, sheesh.
What's up, everybody? What's up?
R.I.P. your eardrums, everyone. Thank you, Pony Plug. Appreciate it. EJYO223, thank you so much for the follow. Bing Bong. What up, Veggie Dave? So we just got through Reborn to Rebel. And No Problem Menacing Mouse. I'm reading about Reed just talking about how the horses bounce in the new jockey cam. I think Reed's having a little too much fun with that. Bob Egg says bought Stall and Oats for 0.065 at 0-1 in 3 win play show out of 15 races paid. Started pushing him through freeze. Now having too much fun winning freeze to go back to paid yet. Now 12, 4, and 6 through 54 races. That's awesome. Congratulations, Bob Eggs. Huge dub. Thank you, Jack Donahay 86 for the follow. Thank you, Sniff Racino for the follow. Appreciate it. Welcome. Lucky says if it's too loud, you're old. Whoa.
Yeah, we're doing horse evals, guys, and we also have a 1,800 meter $5 that we queued up with the horse that we're reviewing, the Artful Diddy.
Yeah,
so well, if you want to drop that one again.
Links back in chat. Hit it up. We've got 3 spots open. Class 4, 1,800, $5. How you doing, Sangudo? All right. Any other horses? Let's get some horse names in here. We are only, again, 3 away. We've got a Z18 Finney, Z18 Buterin, Z5 Nakamoto in here from Tempest. Tempest Stables. What are you doing putting a Z5 knock in here? Class 4. We got a Z11 Finney. Oh, we are filling up quick. We are racing against unnamed horse.
No.
I feel like that's a hack. 11 out of 12. We are about to fill that up. We got 1 more left. Thank you so much for entering a horse in there. All right. I guess we'll wait for this to fill up. And while we are full now. We have 12 out of 12 in the race. We're gonna bring it over, chat. We are going to bring it over. It is now scheduling the Dalian Spring Classic. I'm probably butchering that horribly, and I apologize if you know how to pronounce that correctly. Please feel free to correct me at any time. But yeah, so this is our distance. And when looking at, we'll circle back. We had 20 races at 1800, 15% winner, 10% second, 5% third, 30% overall in the money, which is huge. Average position of 5.2 and 95% flames. So pretty excited for this. Pretty excited for this.
Shouts out to Alhambran for letting me breed my Z8 with the Artful. Because I think that horse, most of those flames are attributed to being bred with the Artful.
Oh, Brentino's back in the Matrix.
Hell yeah, dude. Brentino in the Matrix. What's up, my guy?
The past 2 weeks, Brentino's been all over the Matrix.
Big Matrix guy. He's a blue pill guy. He's not the... I think he's a red pill. He's a red pillar.
So which one was which? Which one was going into the Matrix? Which one was, like, staying?
I think the blue pill took you into the Matrix. If I'm right.
I think you are right. Brandino does look like a Van Gogh too. We're trying to get him reloaded back up here. He's just blank now. I think we just lost him. He took no pill now.
He took no pill? He took no pill? I also think Viagra is a blue pill, by the way. I was like, what else is a blue pill?
Yeah.
Do you think that they did that off of the because of the Matrix? Because they wanted to take the blue pill? I mean, that'd be genius. That'd be genius to them.
That's crazy. That could be I don't know. You never know. It's got to be one of those. There he is. He's back. Pharmacist. I can't even say the word. Pharmacist here can confirm that Viagra is blue. Verdino over here taking blue pills all night.
I am a red pillar, bro. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I am not. Blue pills are for simps, bro. You're literally a simp. You're literally D'Artagnan if you take the blue pill.
Bro, I am not the simp of the two of us. Of all three of us here, I'm the least simp. I'm the least simp. I'm a simp. I have yet to leave one of our streams because I had a girl waiting. And I'm just saying, there's someone out here who's already done that.
Bro, that's not simping, bro. That's love.
Bro, where's she at now? Where's she at now, Brandino?
She's gone, bro.
Oh, no. Did not last.
Bro.
Oh, you got ghosted, bro. The streets, Bourbon Boys.
No, I returned back to the streets, bro.
Get Brandino off the streets, everybody.
Come out of the Matrix, get off the streets, come back to stream Brandino. All right, we've got a new horse up, Bar Dice. What one of you two take this one? Brandino, while you're back from the Matrix, while we have you here, why don't you lead this one off? Raced wide, hit 2,000 a lot.
So finishing a lot in the center. The flames for this horse are pulling out on the long distance sides, but it is finishing a lot in the middle. So I don't know if you got a very good variance roll with this one. But maybe try the 2400. It has good placement in the 2400 with 3 wins. So there's still some possibility there. So the 24 might have something. But I just don't think you got the best variance roll with this. But give it a shot on the 24.
D'Artagnan, any thoughts?
No, I was just giving limitations to Soul's Vanish on the Moscato Cup Griffey that we're going to be running. I told him that he can't use a Z2. That's the only stipulation. I looked at Bar Nice. I think that it needs to race a little more. It's still lightly raced across its distances. The 2000 with the most, but it's an A shaper. Not really pulling in the profit you want to see from the 2000. So I would kind of tread more towards the long distance. You see those flames look nice at 24 and 26. Perhaps it's not. I mean, does 16 have any flame? Like, is this a spiker? Is there a 16 in here? No.
No.
So I don't see any flame coming from the short distance. This kind of tells me it's a long distance pref horse, so I try to try more of the long distance with this bad boy.
I like it. I like it. Let's go with Big Simpin' by Brandino. Big hit coming this summer. Let's check our race. Let's see if we got any info. Let's see if we got some flames. We do a flame reveal here. I mean, you've got your horse in here. We've got a knock in here. Like, we've got some decent competition.
That's it. Don't steal my flames.
And
Fuckers!
Zed's deciding not to load for me. Here we go.
Bro, I love chat.
Oh, no,
4
bro.
minutes. We did not get flames. Crafty
Nope, it doesn't
did. The
matter,
knock.
bro.
What a surprise.
Doesn't matter.
Z13
flamed
and a
over us.
Z15 for Plumpers Stables. That's a name.
They're
Big
good,
Chef's
too.
Kitchen. Taylor Swift Scarf. What a name. And no whammies from Young Gun in here.
It's all right.
All right.
bro.
Yeah,
Don't
and here's
worry.
unnamed horse. Here's the hack horse. All right, we got 4 minutes left before this race gets started. We'll probably end on that race. Let's see who else we have in here as far as horses go. I know I missed
Bill
one.
Bro Shaggins. I just read the comment.
Bro, literally, like,
Peyronie's disease. You got Peyronie's disease, bro.
bruh.
A hard left. She's like, no, it needs to go. I need to go right. No, only left. Only left. Only left turn signals.
Bro.
I'm sorry.
Bro, that's
Sheesh,
amazing.
this chat is taking a pretty hard turn, pun intended, tonight.
Yo, can we name a horse Big Simpin' and can we give it to Brandino?
I think we need
Bro,
to.
I
Big
hate,
Simpin'.
like, why am I known as a simp, bro? Like,
Bro, you are a simp, bro.
While
will
we're
say that he
waiting,
has
let's
the
throw
best
in some of the competition from that race. So let's check out Crafty.
I can't take this, bro. I can't take it. Like,
I was read Bill Bro Shaggins, bro. This is so good.
bro, Remy's more of a simp than I am. If you guys knew Remy in real life, Remy's big simp, bro.
I know we can't talk about that, but let's just
Oh,
say
we
that
can,
we'll just say
bro.
he uses Snapchat filters.
Oh yeah, all about that.
Bro,
What?
Hold on.
MJ
Oh,
uses
Brandino, I had to cut you
Snapchat
off. You're going in the
filters.
Matrix. Sorry. All right, you're back. You're back.
my bad,
Oh
my bad.
god.
Taking
Oh,
up to a
it's too
lot
good.
tonight.
Oh yeah. No, bro. Remy will. I'm like, Remy, take a photo of me, and he puts on a Snapchat filter, and I have like blushy cheeks in it and stuff. But, yeah, it's a good photo. I'm like, bro, I can't use that shit. This is for like my friends. Like, this isn't. I'm not trying to get girls, bro. Like, what are you doing? This is a photo for my mom. Look like a
So-
plush doll out here.
Crafty, pretty strong 1800 racer, solid profit, some class 3 races, 16% winner, 49% first through third, and 92% flames. That's a crazy
Horse outta
horse
here.
to be racing against right now. Absolutely crazy horse. One of you want to call this race? We are 30 seconds out from pre-race.
Should Big Simpin call the race? He's in the Matrix.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah. You
probably
want
gonna
to
go
call
for
it from the Matrix?
Yeah, what is the name of the race?
The
Uh,
Dahlia.
Yeah, the Dalian. I'm gonna reset you here, bring you back to the real world. It is. I'll throw it in chat, Brandino.
Dalian Spring Classic, $5.18.
Here we go. Come on.
Going.
Let's go. I have 2 horses in here I need to win.
So you got gate 1. What's your other gate? Or are you talking about our horse?
Our horse, Artful Diddy.
Let's do this.
I don't know. I think when you look at Artful Diddy looks good, but Anticipation looks really good. And the horse from Four Plumpers looks really good, and Crafty looks really good. Headhunter
Yeah.
looks really good.
This is a tough race.
Nah, bro. This is the make or break for the Artful Diddy right here.
If we're deleting the horse, send it to a 000 wallet. If
we get last,
if it loses.
Wait,
get
okay.
last.
Yo, can we do a jockey thingy like when we're on the?
Oh yeah, how do I do the jockey view?
I haven't done it yet.
Jockey view, jockey view, jockey.
How do you do it? This is just voice and sound right here. Is it a number? There we go.
Camera.
All right.
No.
And we are off. In lane 1, we have Big
Click,
Dog.
I got it.
What is
click
it?
on the Artful Diddy and click the hat. Click on the Artful Diddy and click the hat.
Go ahead.
Click on the Artful Diddy and click the hat.
Johnny Blackjack Racing, garbage Tempest Stable with Crafty and his dumpster green horse over there. Westlake's Racing with Mad Monarch. The Big Dog Artful Diddy from the worst stable runner, MJ Gaming.
Whoa.
We have King Racing out here.
Crafty, get off, bro.
Big Chef's Kitchen, Roy's Boy. Four Plumpers. You need a better stable name, garbage can. Young Gun Stables, Dodger Blue with. Shut up, Reed. And lane 12, lane 12 is Taylor Swift. It's probably the best horse in here.
Yep.
So we are off. We're about 1,000 meters
Sipping.
into this race. MJ Gaming still not telling his horse. He's not cheering his horse on enough. He's not in.
I'm
mode.
scoping the competition. We're not in go time yet. We're not in go time yet. We still got 1,000 left.
He needs to give a little bit more cheek grabbing, and that's a big break from
Let's
no
check
one.
the cheeks.
Braun Lockskokska, Real Fast Mullet. That's a good name, and he's off to the races with 700 meters left to go. Big Dumpster from Unnamed Horse. What? How does he even have that name? I don't know. Tempest Stables, Garbage Can, Green Horse trying his best. Not.
We're holding it. We're going. We're going a little bit. No, we're not. Just kidding. We are not going. We are not going. Braun,
Don't go.
no, I'm falling off the horse. I can't move the camera. I'm falling off the horse. I'm falling. I can't move it. Artful.
The real fast.
Okay. We're back on. Let's go. Come on. We're in 7th right now. We got 400 meters. Big push.
Fault, bro.
Big push. Can we zoom in on the butts? We cannot zoom in on the butts. I'm falling off again.
He's too fast.
He's too fast. He is so fast. Come on,
them.
let's catch up. What a real fast mullet is extremely fast. 200 meters. This is not looking great. Come on.
Okay.
We are falling behind. Oh, we might have to burn the horse. Come on, Artful. Come on. Okay.
Oh, no,
Anticipation.
not last.
Don't even think about it. I'm watching you. I am watching you.
Oh,
Anticipation. No. Oh God, I'm falling off again. Okay, we're not going to finish last. Whoa. We didn't finish last.
We're close.
We got 11th. We
Ooh,
got
no burning on the
11th. Horse lives to see another day.
That was the jockey's fault, bro.
That was wild. That was my
that
first
horse right.
jockey view. That was man, if I throw my Oculus, I feel like I might get motion sick.
Real fast mullet, bro. I think that's the best thing they've added to Zed yet.
We
That
begged for
jockey
it.
view?
We were like, please let us ride our horses.
Like, bro, that's the perfect distraction while they just are garbage with the Elo.
You guys
Thank
don't
you,
want the
Kingpin.
race system?
We didn't fix the class system yet, but guys,
You can
come
ride
check
your
this
horse.
shit out.
Oh, dude, I love it. I love Zed sometimes. Just like the thought process behind it. They're like, you ever watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine?
Mm-hmm.
Been a minute, but yeah.
Planning, when they're all game planning, and like the one guy just has like all the dumbest ideas, and he's just like, "All right, everybody, so we have a problem here. We got to fix the race class system. We have to launch our token. We need to better communicate. We need to do all these other things." And the guy's like, "Jockey view. I think running a and they're like, "Oh, jockey view, jockey view. Okay. Let's give them the jockeys. Yo, scratch the fucking race class system. Give them the jockey."
Oh man, it's like here, new shiny thing. Come look at this. Come play with this for a little bit.
I did do on the Zed Run, the Daily Zed Run podcast with Evergreen. I bitched about riding a horse in Decentraland for like 30 minutes. And
Wow.
Reed says it's all because of my diatribe about riding horses in Decentraland.
Wow.
I just want to ride fucking horses, but now I also want a race class system. I'm not easy to satisfy.
Well,
We're gonna have a lot of fun with that.
you've got hopefully next. I mean, you got one of two fulfilled. It's coming up in some capacity. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon.
I just love that I bitched about it and then they made it, and I was like, wait a minute. All right, guys, I'm gonna hop on there and start bitching a lot. I'm gonna bitch a lot more, and then post the videos
Anonymously. Magnetic Force, if I didn't hit you with a thank you, appreciate the follow. All right, so we're past the hour mark. We got our 1800 race in. This next week coming up, we are going to be racing at 1800 exclusively in Class 4. So looking to kind of turn some things around for the Artful Diddy. If you have a great horse, please stay away from us. Thank you. It would be greatly appreciated. And guys, when are you streaming next? What's going on this week?
I think the number one thing that I'm excited about was that I just I heard Brandino sneeze 3 or 4 times. I think that's like a top like 0.01% people can sneeze that many times. So like, congrats for being an anomaly.
You were a Z1 Genesis sneezer, Brandino.
Like literally a Z1 Genesis sneezer. All right, so we had the Moscato Cup, everybody. We're gonna be doing it at 8 p.m. Eastern. I don't know what the times are for Australia or any other times. I think 5 p.m. Pacific time. We'll be doing the Moscato Cup. We'll be giving away a $4,000 computer on that stream. It will be not going to one of the ghost wallets of MVG. It'll be going to hopefully one of our viewers. So check out our pinned tweet on @Meta Gaming, Metaverse Gaming, on Twitter for the giveaway. And then we also give it away there's still like 40% of the tickets to be given away, Brandino?
Yeah, it's like a lot. I still owe people some tickets from last week. I think Tempest is one of them, and he's been in chat, so I'll send them right now. But we have about like 70.
Yeah, so like 35% chance or still to give out to everybody to win the computer. That'll go at probably the end of the stream. You have to be live to win. I mean, I know people are like, hey, you can win prizes not being live or whatever else, but like we're giving away $4,000, and we are trying to put on a great big production and bring eyes to Zed Run. So I think viewership is a big deal, and it's the least, it's not a lot of buy-in, like to win a $4,000 computer. And we've now onboarded, I think, 12 people since we started the Moscato Cup. So we're just giving out horses all the time, a bunch of winners, a lot of great competition. It's a live tournament. But yeah, we are pretty big about being live in our stream. And I think that we're sort of like not boring, but I don't know if we're entertaining. If Brandino does his talk about butts, I mean, maybe we're entertaining. We do get trashed a lot.
Brandino's butt breakdown. I think that needs to be a new segment.
Don't roast me, bro. Though literally, chat roasted me so hard last time. Like, it was so bad. Don't do that again, bro.
All right.
Oh, they've asked for a Footium category in our Discord.
Let's do it. I'll be all over that. And then I will be on Thursday night doing my standard Zed Run stream and analysis. So if you came a little later, or you've been racing a horse this week, you'd like it evaluated, hit me up on Thursday. We are going to head over to a good friend of the show, Ryman9, right now. It auto-rated.
Let's go. He's cooking. He's cooking.
Cooking some crab rangoons. Let's go, Ryman.
Some crab rangoons. Let's go, dude. He's a chef. I've watched his stream.